perfectly lit photo of a woman in a Parisian alleyway wearing a chunky knit sweater is enough to make anyone reach for their credit card. It is the ultimate fashion trap. We are talking about a brand that has turned the idea of effortless French style into a global empire. This is not some mysterious shop that will disappear from the internet the moment you place an order. They have a massive presence with beautiful physical locations in cities like Paris and New York. They are a legitimate fashion powerhouse. But the real tension lies in the gap between the glossy Instagram feed and the actual package that arrives at your door. When you are spending a significant amount of money on a single blouse or a pair of boots, you expect something that feels substantial. You want to feel the quality in the seams. For many people, that is exactly what they get. They find pieces that become staples of their wardrobe for a decade. But there is a very vocal group of customers who feel like they are paying for a name rather than a high-end product. The most common complaint is the sheer inconsistency of the materials. You might order a beautiful wool cardigan only to find it feels scratchy or looks nothing like the photo. There are reports of fabric shrinking after a single gentle wash. Some items arrive with loose threads or buttons that feel like they are about to pop off. This is a tough pill to swallow when you are paying premium prices. It feels like a gamble every time you click buy. If you spent any time reading discussions on fashion forums, the consensus is almost always the same. It is a total coin flip. One person will rave about the gorgeous silk and the perfect fit. The next person will say their item felt cheap and flimsy. This creates a lot of anxiety for new shoppers. Then you have to consider the customer service experience. When things go wrong, you want a brand to have your back. But there are countless reviews mentioning long waits for refunds and a return process that feels like a hurdle. It is not that the company is trying to trick you. It is just that their rapid growth seems to have outpaced their ability to provide a consistently high-quality experience for everyone. They have mastered the aesthetic, but the execution can be a bit messy. You are buying into a lifestyle when you shop there. You are buying the idea of a breezy morning in Montmartre. Sometimes the clothes deliver on that promise perfectly. Other times, you are left holding an overpriced shirt that does not survive its first trip to the dry cleaner. It is a brand that demands a bit of caution. You have to do your homework and read the reviews for every specific item. Do not just trust the beautiful photography. Look for real-world feedback from people who have actually worn the clothes. If you go in with your eyes open, you might find your new favorite piece. But if you expect perfection just because the price is high, you might be in for a rude awakening. It is a fascinating look at how modern branding works. We are so drawn to the story that we sometimes overlook the details. In the end, the brand is definitely real and definitely reputable. It just happens to be a bit of a wild card in terms of what actually ends up in your closet.